What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Fastbreak-Podcast. I just have a little episode for us today, just on a little update on how the Kings have been doing as of late. Alright, so the Kings have been a little inconsistent lately because, they've been winning games let's just keep it a buck. Kings have been winning games that are difficult, and then they've been losing games that are supposed to be easy wins. Like they lost to the Bulls, they lost to the Pistons, they lost to the Rockets, and then we beat the Lakers. Not that they're super good or anything, because they're not. And then we beat the Bucks, and then we beat the Nuggets a couple times, and then we lost to the Nuggets. It's just been very inconsistent. And what I did is I basically went through all those games, looked at the stats, and picked out things that were commonly errored in our games that we lost, and then put I don't really have solutions for them, but just to bring up the errors that we have. Okay, so the first thing is that I just want to bring up is the Kings, when they get nervous, when they're in a tight situation like against the Rockets and the Pistons and even the Bulls, what they do is they start chucking threes. And the result of this is bad shot attempts, which I have also in here, and just not great shots from players that are supposed to be making shots. So it just doesn't help. I mean, threes will obviously help if you make them, but shooting bad shots in the clutch, especially threes, it's most likely they're not going to go in. So just doing anything else, either a simple pick and roll of Sabonis, because that seems to be working for the Kings a lot and very consistently. So in clutch situations, when it's kind of semi-close, they should probably just, if the threes aren't open, then they should just really attack the paint, because they can't successfully guard the perimeter very well and guard the paint very well. So there's always going to be, either one is going to be open. So they just got to take advantage of one of those that are open. And a little stat for this is the Kings shot 18% from three against the Rockets, and part of that percentage being super low is because they started chucking threes in the third and fourth quarter, and there was just not great shooting nights from everyone. Which, if the three can't go down, like I said earlier, you got to attack the paint. And a lot of that is because too is that they were guarding the three really well, and they started to not guard the three great because we were missing shots. So just to keep the offensive flow pretty sufficient and consistent is a big key for the Kings. And the thing is with the Kings is that's the issue was the 3-point shot, because they made the same amount of field goals. So if the Kings just attacked the basket more, they probably most likely could have won that game. And something bad about these losses against the Rockets, Bulls, and Pistons were unnecessary turnovers and bad shots. So I touched on bad shots a little bit, but unnecessary turnovers in the third and fourth quarter especially are not great. Bad turnovers, not communicating on a pass. Sabonis will do a little handoff to Kevin Huerter, but Kevin Huerter didn't go off the curl or whatever. Just bad turnovers like that. Lose possessions, and those possessions add up, especially in close games. So yeah, just to be smart on offense is going to be key, because this Kings team really relies on offense, because our defense isn't the greatest, but it's getting there. So our offense has to be consistent if we want to win games. More games to come. Okay, the next little point I have here is the Kings are a great offensive rebounding team, and a lot of this is because of Sabonis, or I saw Alex Len do this last night against the Lakers, is when a shot went up and it went out, he just tipped it back, and even if that didn't work, there's going to be someone on the way back for the fast break. So just to make contact with the ball when it's a miss. And I think Alex Len and Sabonis have done a great job doing that, and I want to see JaVale McGee, maybe even Trey Lyles start to do that more. But yeah, the Kings are a great overall offensive rebounding team. And I say one of the biggest things, like the biggest thing from this, is we have to make free throws. Because in all these losses, we shot under 70% from three. And one of them we shot 65% from three, and that is not great. And part of this is because we don't get a lot of free throws. And part of this is because we just don't have great free throw shooters other than like Keegan Murray and Malik Monk. But like other than Keegan Murray and Malik Monk, everyone on this team is like low 80 or below 80 free throw shooting team. Like Kevin Huerter's a 77, I believe, and De'Aaron's somewhere in the 70s. So just to improve on our free throws, or just to improve on our free throws is very key for this team. If we want to, like, those points to add up, especially in close games, like against that Rockets game. One other. I think this is the last little point I have. Yeah, it is. This is just a quick little video. I believe that we should start Keon Ellis. I say this for a few reasons. One, because Kevin Huerter, we tried it. We tried Kevin Huerter last season. We tried him a little bit this season, and he's just not consistent. And what the Kings need right now to be able to make this run, to be able to make it into playoffs, the playoffs, is that we need consistent guys. And Keon Ellis has been given the opportunity this week and a half or so, and he's done a great job at it. He's played great defense. He's able to knock down some shots. The same thing with Davion Mitchell. He's been great. He's been getting that 3-point shot going, which has been great. But Keon, he had 13 steals the past 6 games. And one game he got 0 because he only got like 5 minutes or something. But in the games he's gotten like 15 or more minutes, he's gotten like multiple steals. And these steals and deflections don't show on the stat sheet, but he's had a lot of deflections, especially against like D'Angelo Russell. We played the Lakers last night, and Damian Lillard when we played the night before. So just to have players that can successfully guard and contain their star guards is very crucial, because we can't have Keegan Murray guarding the star players every game. We need more people, and I believed Kessler Edwards would be able to do that, but he hasn't shown a lot of. He just hasn't been given the opportunity yet. But I believe his time will come to get on the floor soon when we get guaranteed for playoffs. But that doesn't really matter. And Kevin Huerter's failed to his expectation to play better defense. But yeah, Keon Ellis, he's been really good overall, and I think it's hard to make lineup changes this far into the season, especially in this crucial point. But if we start to get desperate for wins, which we might get there soon, because we don't want to be in the play-in. We don't want to play the Pelicans, Mavericks, or like the Suns or the Lakers or the Warriors. We just don't want to play them, because that's going to be really rough on us, especially in the play-in, because the Warriors are going to find some way to get it done, and the Lakers are going to find some way to get it done. I'm just going to put it like that. But yeah, so overall, the Kings have been not the most consistent, but these past 2 games have been great, and we just need to keep up. Keon Ellis needs to keep up what he's been doing. It needs to be continued to be given the opportunities, and I think Mike Brown has noticed how well he's been playing. I think he'll get more minutes moving forward. Okay, so we're a great offensive rebounding team. Start Keon Ellis. We need to make free throws. When the Kings are nervous, they chuck threes. Kings, unnecessary turnovers and bad shots in the clutch. So I think what the Kings need to do is they need to start Keon Ellis, and they just need to be more consistent offensively, because if they don't, they're going to be in the play-in and not make the playoffs. So that's all I got for you guys today. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.